Yeah, so this anime is dog. It's got generic characters, boring plot, cheesy dialogue, cheeks in your face while you sleep, cheeks in your face while you eat, cheeks in your face while you pee. But despite all of that, there's something that keeps pulling me back. And I think I figured it out. Let's break it down. So Let This Grieving Soul Retire follows Cry Andre, a man who has spent years trying to retire from being a hunter, but because the people around him have potatoes for brains, they just don't let him. And that brings us to our first problem. The characters in this show are just meh. I mean, at the beginning, we're introduced to Ruta, Greg, Gilbert, and Tino. Now, I'm gonna leave Tino alone for a second because, well, this is all you need to know about her.
マスターの指輪を誰にも渡したくなくて。これ、本当にいいんですか?
God damn, shorty bad!
So, Ruta, Greg, and Gilbert are probably the three most uninteresting people you're gonna meet. So, let's start with Ruta. Now, Ruta is... Hold on, give me a minute. Yep, no biography written. You wanna know why? Because no one cares about Ruta. I mean, there was an instance in this show where Tino was going down the list explaining why Cry chose them to be a part of the team, and you know what she said?
私はなんで呼ばれたの? 多分、胸が大きいから?
I couldn't imagine my whole character being stripped down to 2 balls on my chest, but that's just me. Now, just for the record, none of the characters have biographies, and you want to know why? Because all of them are bland, soulless monsters who are just there with no character development. And you know what? I feel like shows like this get made to help up-and-coming voice actors, which I have no problem with. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. You gotta get it how you live it. But just know, adding all these boring characters is detrimental to your show. And that brings me to the show's plot. So Cry Andre is presented as a man who can do no wrong. I mean, this dude could literally blow up the earth and everybody else would be like, he must have done it because he knew the earth was gonna blow up anyway. Anime. Sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. Also, I think they made Cry like too weak. Like, he can't do anything without the relics, and even when he does have them, it's not like he can beat enemies. I mean, a show I constantly compare this to is The Most Notorious Talker, blah blah blah, because the main characters are in similar positions, but at least the main character in that show can actually beat people. Now that brings me to the final problem I have with this show, which is for the most part, the dialogue is just not that good. I mean, whenever Tino speaks, it's Cries a God or
ボロボロになっちゃって。何? なるほど。
痛いです。
God damn, shorty bad!
And everyone else just constantly assumes Cry thinks ahead and plans for every event. So, to sum up the dialogue in this show, it's basically just one big meat ride for this man Cry. So, why am I watching this show? Well, cause this shit's funny as fuck. I feel like this show is full of so bad it's good moments, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was one instance where Cry was using his relics in the White Wolf Den, but Cry is weaker than a grandma with low blood pressure. So the monster just gets up like, did you hit me with Charmin Ultra Soft? What was that? I mean, I know y'all have watched an anime that you knew wasn't great. I mean, most of y'all are gonna finish Blue Lock, so you have no right to talk about me. And it's bad anime like this that just make you laugh, you know? You're not watching it for next level animation, deep plots, and characters that feel so real that make you question your own existence. Fuck that shit. You're watching it for the feeling of being high without actually being high. You get to turn off your brain and just coast without having to actually think. And I'm gonna be honest, the animation isn't even that bad. In fact, it's pretty average. Now, I watched this absolute abomination, so my base for bad animation is very low. But nonetheless, it is still good to look at. And to be honest, I think this show would benefit from having a lot more fight scenes because them shits aren't bad at all. And I think the fact that it's more dialogue than fight scenes kinda hurts the show because its dialogue isn't up to snuff. So Let This Grieving Soul Retire. It's one of those slow burners, which is fucking bullshit. But that's how it is. So to anyone who's interested in watching this, I'd say if you have the time, by all means go ahead. It's a great laugh while you eat or something else. But if you don't, I'd say put it on hold, and whenever you just want some mindless fun, come back and watch it. Yo, what's good, y'all boys, man? I wanted to apologize for not having that much animation towards the end. I scripted and recorded before I kind of figured out how to animate, and I just couldn't find places at the end to animate. So that's it for me, but see you in the next one. Peace.